What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Miguel and I'm a long-term dividend investor sharing my journey to a $100,000 dividend investment portfolio. And hopefully I'm helping some of y'all along the way. But in today's video, I'm super excited to share with y'all how I use one of the FIRE strategies. For those of you that don't know what FIRE is, it's financially independent, retire early. But this FIRE movement uses specific strategies that I implement into my dividend investing. And hopefully this video is of use to you when it comes to your dividend investing. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like on the video, it helps out my channel tremendously. And if you have any questions at all, don't forget to comment. I will get back to you. Now let's roll the intro. Now really quickly before we get into that video, if you subscribe to me here on YouTube or you follow me on TikTok, you know that I reveal all of my investment moves every single week, and this week is no different, so let's get into that. So currently my portfolio is sitting at $10,566.68. On the day I'm up 0.5% or $5. On the week I'm down $48.78 or 0.46%. On the month I'm up $90.94 or 0.87%. On the 3 months, I'm up $681.75 or 6.89%. And then on the year, I'm up $1,365.84 or 14.85%. Like I said, I am documenting my entire journey to a $100,000 dividend investment portfolio and showing y'all along the way. So we currently hit $10,000, next stop is $20,000. Hopefully we get there in about half the time, but we'll see. Now moving on to the purchases for this week, I made 3 purchases. The first one being Coca-Cola. I bought 1 share of Coke. I bought that share for an average cost of $54.81. And then going into Coke, I now have 9 shares at an average cost of $49.70, and they make up about 4.67% of my entire portfolio, and then I am up $41.24 or 9%. Now with Coke, I'm almost to my goal of 10 shares at least. I do want to get to about 25 shares of Coca-Cola in my dividend investment portfolio within a year or so, but slowly dollar cost averaging my way into Coke because they are a staple in our supermarkets and Disneyland parks. They're a staple pretty much everywhere, and I don't see them going away anytime soon. And then the second purchase that I made, I bought $50 worth of Costco, giving me 0.127 shares at an average price of $390.83. And then going into Costco, I now have 1.17 shares at an average cost of $374.09. I'm up overall $21.13 or 4.8%. Like I said with Costco, I really want to see myself getting up to about 10 shares, so I'm just going to continue to buy more shares week after week, dollar cost averaging my way in, and hopefully making Costco a staple in my dividend investment portfolio. And the last purchase that I made this week was buying 50 shares of Target. I bought 50 shares of Target, giving me 0.27 shares at an average cost of $237.42. Going into Target, I now have 1.31 shares at an average cost of $205.68. I'm up overall $42.05 or 15.54%. Target, just like Costco, I see as a staple that I'm going to hold in my portfolio for 25 plus years. And again, I'm just dollar cost averaging my way into Target, getting me about 10 shares at least in the next year. Now the FIRE community, financially independent, retire early movement does use the 4% rule. And if you don't know what the 4% rule is, the 4% rule basically states that retirees follow, stating that they can take out 4% of their entire portfolio, and by the time an entire year has gone by, that portfolio will have recovered from the 4%, and they can take out the 4% again. So theoretically, they can continue taking out 4% as long as the stock market is returning their historical 7% every single year. Now the cool thing about the 4% rule when it comes to dividend investing is that when you're dividend investing, you're looking to get about that 4% return off of dividends. So theoretically, when you retire, you can just take out the dividends that you get from your dividend investment portfolio, and your portfolio will continue to grow that 7% year after year after year. Versus a traditional portfolio where you take out that 4% and it will cover that 4% and 3. So if you have a dividend investment portfolio where you're getting 4% just off of dividends, your portfolio will continue to grow on average 7% every single year, versus having a regular portfolio where after taking off the 4% that you need to recover, you will only grow 3% year after year after year. So you can kind of see where the benefit is in dividend investing. But if you're confused like I first was when I was understanding this concept for the first time, let me break it down a little bit more. So I created a little visual for us. So as we can see, the 4% rule applied to a regular portfolio. I just used $100,000 because that's the goal that I want to reach. So 4% of $100,000 is $40,000. And then 7%, which is the return that you're going to get from the market every single year, is $7,000. So you're gonna get $7,000 from this portfolio on average from the stock market. But because you're taking away that 4%, you gotta subtract that from what you're gonna get. And at the end of the year, your portfolio is gonna recover to $103,000. Now this is theoretically what's supposed to happen with the 4% rule, and if you're applying it correctly. Now with the dividend investment portfolio, as we can see, with $100,000, you're still getting that $4,000 return off of dividends. Now with $100,000, you still are getting that $4,000 off of dividends. But the difference in this is that the 7% you're keeping. It's not recuperating anything, it's not recovering anything. So as we can see at the end of the year for a dividend investment portfolio, that portfolio is now going to be worth $107,000 versus the $103,000 of a regular investment portfolio. And that is the power of dividend investing. Now this isn't to say that people that use the FIRE movement don't use dividend investing, but for the most part FIRE investing does revolve around broad index fund investing and playing it a lot on the safer side. And this is just me putting my specific touch on the 4% rule, the way that I like to apply it and the way that I like to think about it. Of course, this is just surface level example of what I mean when I say I want to apply the 4% rule to dividend investing, but I hope you kind of get the big picture here. So the whole idea behind this is growing my portfolio, as we can see, about 4 times faster than a regular investment portfolio would grow. And what I mean by that is by the time my portfolio hits $100,000, I'll be getting about that $4,000 of passive income every single year, and just reinvesting that on top of natural growth in the stock market, about that 7%, is going to give me between 10 to 13% natural growth versus 5 to 7% of other portfolios. I know it's not for everyone, but I made this video just to kind of show y'all what my thought process is behind dividend investing and how I plan to retire early on it, or not, because I still haven't really decided. I'm not in my career field yet. I graduate from my master's program this December, and I will be starting my career next year in 2022. So I'm super excited about that, and hopefully even if I don't retire early and I just retire in 25 years, my dividend investment portfolio will be massive, and it will just be another source of passive income on top of my retirement. But yes, I promised someone on TikTok that I would make this my YouTube video for this week, so here we are. I also have some other exciting stuff coming up. I just enabled options trading on my account, and I'm dabbling in quote-unquote the safest way to do options trading, and I've been experimenting over the past 2 weeks or so. So I'm excited to make that video next. So like I said, if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video, it helps out my channel tremendously. And comment if you have any questions or you just want to say hi. Don't forget to follow all my social media links down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.